No Finish Line Nation and blog readers and Connectites and all kinds of people that are watching this video. Welcome. It is Wednesday. We are midway through the week here of another week of trying to be healthy, trying to be mindful, trying to be able to do everything we need to do to be able to attack each day with vim and vigor and making sure that we are just being the best self, being the best we that we can be to be able to continue to push forward. So this morning on Connect, I posted a photo that really resonated with me, and I was kind of looking for a little bit of more inspiration on top of where we were yesterday and some of the great dialogue that I had gotten through all the different mediums and the social media aspect of where we're at with this. But one of the things that I saw was a picture, and for those that aren't on Connect, I'll share the photo in the NFLN posts, but also I'll try to put it onto the blog. Also, is a photo that says, basically, it summarizes in the fact of you can be a masterpiece and you can also be a work in progress at the same time, right? So a lot of times, what I written about is that we think of a masterpiece as being something like a painter does when they go through and they paint the picture and they put something out there to be able to capture a moment or a thought or something that is beautiful. When the masterpiece is done, it's on display and people can see it and they look at it and they say, man, what a great masterpiece that is. You know, the depth and the colors and the thought process and the meaning and all the different things that are there. And so basically it looks like a body of work that you do when you paint something on a canvas and you put it out there. And we don't look at a masterpiece when it's a done product as being something that is a work in progress, right? But so let me get into that in a second. So masterpiece, there it is, right? So the end product. And so a lot of times we, in our journeys of where we're trying to be healthy and we're trying to be mindful and we're trying to exercise our bodies and our brains and our hearts, the interesting thing about that is that we always think of the end product of what it needs to be, right? The masterpiece of what we'd like to get to, whether our body is going to look a certain way or whether our body of work is going to be one that is a legacy that's left behind, and people will look at and say, wow, that was Shane was a great guy because he always tried to invest in others or tried to give back, or was a great guy because he was a good dad, or whatever else is there. And we always think of the things that we're doing now can lead towards what our legacy is and our masterpiece is going to be, when in all actuality, we should be looking at the fact that our masterpiece is right now, because every single thing that we're doing is a painting of itself, right? So as you're navigating your journey and each one of the things that you're going through or things that you're doing, yesterday we talked about the big goal, but then the little ones, right? So think of all those little goals leading up to the big goal as being each individual masterpiece that you're doing, right? So that's the first thing. Celebrating who you are and appreciate who you are right now. That's your masterpiece. Your painting is the fact that if somebody compliments you, stop being afraid of embracing that compliment and going, oh yeah, you know what? Thank you. I have been really, putting a lot of effort into that. And that's something that I appreciate that. Thank you so much, right? And a thank you instead of what I'm going to talk about next is how we divert that conversation over into it's a work in progress. Because we as humans are always trying to strive to be better, but the problem is that we sell ourselves short, and then we also say we're a work in progress. I know me personally, how many times have people come to me and said, Shane, dude, you've lost 100 pounds. Like, seriously, you look great, you look confident, you're always smiling, you're investing in your dad, in your son, all the different things that you're like, they'll give me all kinds of things, and I always deflect, always. And I always say stuff like, oh yeah, working hard, good to go. Well, how have you done it? Oh yeah, just eating right and working out, right? Versus embracing what I've done and embracing who I am, and that work in progress piece of it is something to embrace, not to deflect and use as an excuse. So hear what I'm saying. I'm trying to work towards a masterpiece, but the work that's being put into it, I use as being an excuse of being proud of what I've done. That's pretty deep stuff, right? But if you think about it, but it made me really dig in, where I'm saying to myself, if I'm trying to paint the masterpiece and I'm putting the work into getting the masterpiece or moving it forward to creating this thing that I want to be able to do or achieving a goal that I want to hit, the work that I put into it should be celebrated in the fact that I look at it and say, man, be proud of the work you're putting in. Be proud of the efforts that are being made. Be proud of putting one foot in front of the other and being better than I was yesterday, instead of using it as being like oh yeah, yeah, I'm trying to work on that. And I know anybody that's struggled with weight, health, anything like that, you guys know what I'm talking about here. You have to know what I'm talking about, where you deflect the compliment and you don't embrace the compliment and you don't live in the space of right now you are making a masterpiece. It doesn't have to be an end masterpiece that you want to be able to get to. It can be a right here and now. If I'm having a teachable moment with my son, I'm painting a masterpiece in his mind of where I'm at with it, to be able to say, here's how we can have a teachable moment, use it to reframe something to move forward. That's my masterpiece at that moment. Embrace it. It's not a work in progress of saying, oh, I'm just trying to be the best dad that I can. All, whatever, I'm just trying to be able to learn from the things that I didn't do or whatever, those kind of things. We always deflect. Just embrace who you are. Embrace who you are and accept the fact that you are a work in progress, but you are also a masterpiece in and of itself. Okay? So have a great day today. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week already because of our shortened week, but a couple more days until the weekend again, which I'm really looking forward to. But hopefully we'll get some nice weather up here in Maine, and then I can enjoy it like anybody else that's enjoying some really nice weather. So have a great day today. It is the only May 31st, 2017 you're ever going to get, so make it the best one that you can make it, and we'll talk later. Thanks.